Hey guys, what's going on? Shadow of Nexus back here with another video. And we gotta talk about the new Xbox, guys. You guys know I made a video about it, and I have to make this video just because I've not been seeing people making this video here. That why would this console use why would this Xbox, sorry, why would the Xbox use Windows, right? Windows is a terrible operating system with a lot of issues. You're gonna deal with crashing, with blue screening, that kind of stuff. Especially if you're playing older games, you're going to have a really terrible time. Now, one of the reasons why PC gaming is actually pretty bad is because you have to fix everything yourself, okay? If you're not willing to fix everything yourself, you're not going to have an enjoyable experience, okay? I know, for example, okay, with the game Mass Effect, okay? Mass Effect, this is an older game that came out, I think 2007, 2008, sometime like that, right? On PC. It is broken if you have an AMD CPU, right? So there are processor specific issues and there are also graphics card specific issues that you're going to have, right? With NVIDIA, uh, AMD, with Intel, you're going to have all these issues, and putting this into a console, putting these issues, I know it's just going to be one centralized piece of hardware, but still, since it's using Windows and there's so many different optimizations and stuff like that for Windows, it's going to be a huge issue. Now, even playing modern games, for example, I played games like Elden Ring that crash all the time on PC. I don't know why. There's really no reason why. I look in the logs, they don't really make too much sense, but it just seems like games they crash a lot on PC. Even like Stalker 2 that just came out recently, the horrible PC ports of games. So yeah, guys, I mean Windows on a console seems like a paradise, but honestly, it's going to be a horrible thing because the thing is that you're not going to get a streamlined experience like on consoles. And I'm not saying that there's no issues on consoles. Even on consoles on backwards compatibility, sorry, Gears Judgment does not work. There's like one act of the game that does not work if you turn up the visuals or whatever, right? So technically, yeah, backwards compatibility is not perfect on consoles either. You have to turn off those enhancements or whatever on Xbox Series X and Xbox One X or whatever, and then you can play the game properly. But yeah, I mean, I faced a lot of issues. Like I said, guys, Mass Effect, apparently Max Payne 1, if you had an AMD processor, it didn't boot up properly. So, I mean, look, if these people are going to start playing these games, right? And they're going to associate them with Xbox, and they're going to be like, oh, hey, this is Windows, right? I've heard so much good stuff about PC gaming. Now, I don't know why, but a lot of PC gamers don't like to go over the negatives of PC gaming because there actually is a lot of negatives. I mean, a lot of them. Because look, if you're planning to play a certain game, and also trying to stream a certain game as well, like I said, I think I said this in the past as well. Well, when I was trying to stream American McGee's Alice, it's like the game software did not want me to capture the game, right? So I had to find out a third party method or whatever of like trying to go ahead and capture the game. The stream looked fine, but on my end it looked horrible, right? So I mean the stream looks good, but my end it looks terrible. So there's a lot of these kind of small issues that you're going to be dealing with, especially with backwards compatibility, but also with newer games as well. Like I said, Elden Ring, crashing constantly. I don't know why, but yeah, there are a lot of issues on PC, guys. Like people just don't like to say, oh, there's issues on a $3,000 computer. There's still gonna be issues. You're gonna deal with black screens, even if you have an RTX 5090 top of the line rig, right? RTX 5090, the 9800X 3D, you're still going to be dealing with issues just because this is PC gaming, this is Windows. You still have issues on Linux as well. This is why Steam Deck as well is also kind of problematic because there are a lot of issues there as well. But consoles, they're very easy to use. So if Microsoft goes like, oh hey, we're going to open this up for you and you can play whatever game you want to, I think this is going to be a huge issue. I think they're going to run into a lot of problems And I just don't think that consumers are going to be very happy, especially those who play consoles and play games on Xbox and stuff like that. I think that there is definitely going to be a lot of discourse online. A lot of people being like, "Oh, hey, this game's not working properly. This is having a blue screen, something like that." Now, I have thought what they would do is that they would implement a version of Windows called Windows S mode. Okay, so in Windows S mode, it's on like a lot of cheaper retail laptops and stuff like that. It's a very like streamlined version of Windows. You don't have that much bloatware and stuff like that. And honestly, it's actually decent. But the biggest downfall to that is that you cannot install uh, non-signed apps. So like let's say for example you want to download an older game and there is no longer a signature for it available online. You're not going to be able to download it. Now again, you can still take it out of S mode. However, I think this would probably be the best thing to do because you don't want your console to get viruses, you don't want your console to have like those kind of issues and stuff like that. Like see, there's so many issues with PC gaming, but people just don't talk about it and it's pretty frustrating cuz honestly, I know someone who just built a gaming PC recently and had to face a issue with a game that wouldn't launch for him, right? Like it's saying that oh his graphics card, his PC does not meet the minimum requirements, but it does, it absolutely does. And then I also tried launching it on my system as well, and it said that on my newer system. On my old system, it was working just fine. However, the game still booted for me, but it didn't boot for him. Why? I don't know. Maybe he's using a modern processor. I'm not too sure. But yeah, see, this is the issue with Windows, guys, and this is the biggest downfall of PC gaming is this whole thing with Windows. You have to deal with all these terrible things. You have to download community fixes, mods, all this different stuff, guys. You're basically going to have to fix everything yourself, okay? If a game doesn't work on console, at least you can download a patch or something like that. And on PC, you're probably gonna have to download like a mod because these games are long abandoned. Like let's say for example, you want to play No One Lives Forever. Okay, you want to play that game. You're not gonna be able to play it unless you download a specific patch for the game. You have to go back and you have to download some cracks and stuff like that. It's very difficult to play some of these games on PC, guys. I mean, as good as the backwards compatibility library looks, okay? I'm not gonna lie, backwards compatibility on PC is awesome, but it's not perfect. It definitely is not perfect. I would still say that backwards compatibility on consoles is better than PC in the way that you are guaranteed that the game is going to work somewhat, okay? So, like I said, Gears of War Judgment, turn off the enhancements, you can still play the level, right? But if I try to do something like that in Mass Effect, for example, right, where I have an AMD CPU, I'm bounded by hardware. I'm not bounded by software. I'm bounded by hardware. And right over here, I just have a picture right over there of what the bug I was experiencing, all my characters, whatever, turning black. This is apparently because of my AMD CPU. This happens on every single AMD CPU. Now, there is a mod for it that got fixed, but there are still so many issues, guys, like especially backwards compatibility. It's not perfect. You're going to run into a lot of issues, especially on modern hardware. And then also on the PC side as well, when it comes to you going ahead and you want to boot up a game on an emulator, for example, you're going to have to figure that out, the whole thing. It's not as easy as people like to say it is, guys. And this is like one of the biggest downfalls of PC gaming. And this is really why Microsoft cannot go with Windows. I mean, Windows is a terrible, bloated, horrible operating system that PC gamers just have to deal with at this point just because Linux is not good enough. But whenever Linux is good enough and I can play my games, like let's say Halo Infinite on Linux, I'm probably going to switch over to Linux. Now, Microsoft has a monopoly, so I mean, obviously they're going to keep up whatever they can, with ray tracing and stuff like that as well. It runs way better on Windows. And there's a lot of other things that run better on Windows as well. You know, Microsoft also owns Xbox as well. So you do have some games that are not going to be working on Linux and the Steam Deck and stuff like that, guys. But honestly, I don't think Microsoft should stick with Windows. I think this is a terrible idea, and I think that they should definitely reconsider this. And I don't even think that they should stick with Linux. Just stick with an operating system that will be good for, the console, right? Because this is the biggest problem with PC gaming, guys. And the biggest problem is Windows, because you have blue screening, like even like for example Skyrim Special Edition as well, guys. Like I listed off so many games I have issues with on PC. It's just crazy, right? Like it's not the paradise that people like to pretend it is, guys. I mean, PC gaming, honestly, I am a big fan of PC gaming, but the issues, you have to fix stuff. Like even when I was streaming Mass Effect, I tried to see if I could fix this thing on stream. Now look, I found some solution that temporarily made stuff better, but it completely downgraded the graphics. It makes everything look horrible. What I had to do actually is look this up and then finally figured out that this is because of my AMD CPU, and there is apparently a mod out for it, right? So yeah, guys, I mean, prepare if this is going to happen, and Microsoft is going to just open up Windows for Xbox users. Definitely prepare for this kind of stuff to happen, where you're not going to be able to play your games, guys. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have a lot of issues, and it's just going to be a terrible experience, guys. It really is going to be a terrible experience, especially if you're more used to the streamlined console gaming, where you just click a button and everything works. Unfortunately, on PC, it's not like that, especially if you're playing older games, like not even that much older, for example, right? Like let's say for example, even like Mafia 3, okay? Mafia 3 still has a lot of issues, right? There's so many games that still have a lot of issues, guys. It's honestly crazy. Even though those free games on Epic Games that you can get, right? I've still had issues with them, right? Like the Lego games, the Batman games. There was some other games as well, like Mortal Shell. There's so many games. Even if you're getting them for free, you might not even be able to play them. And then even if you pay for them, you're not going to be able to play them. Or you're not going to be able to play them properly. And since there's only a 2-hour window, if you play your game for more than 2 hours, you're not going to be able to refund it either. Now, look, I do like the 2-hour refund. I do like, Steam and stuff like that. I do like GOG. But honestly, guys, Windows is such a bloated operating system. It's going to be absolutely terrible for the Xbox. And yeah, I am hoping that's not going to be the case. I'm hoping that Microsoft definitely reconsiders this. I hope that this rumor is not true, just because I think a lot of people will be very disappointed. And then another thing I didn't even touch on is that you have a completely open environment on PC. So, I mean, if people want to hack your console, they're going to be able to hack it very, very, very easily, guys. So, yeah, guys, I mean, Xbox, definitely reconsider Windows here. I would not recommend Xbox to go for Windows. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think? Please let me know down in the comments below. Definitely interested to hear your thoughts here. And if you guys did like the video, if you guys could leave a like, that'd be much appreciated. And if you guys did dislike the video, feel free to leave a dislike as well. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for me for now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Peace.